What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So in this video, we've got the Kizuna Clash. Now, in this particular video, we're going to be going through the level 1, 2, and 3, so the very easy stages. It's literally just my first recording of me going through it. So the teams obviously are a lot more overkill than what you actually need, so don't be too, worried about the first few stages. Plus, it looks like the HP scaling is a lot less than what it was on JP, just from me playing through it and comparing the HP levels. The scaling does look like it was last time, so I think people will be able to get up to like level 100 quite simply. And plus, there is actually a zombie based team that is able to clear this Kizuna. I haven't got it in this video today, but when I get into the later levels and I will have to resort to that team, I'll probably make a video about it, just showing off how the team works and stuff like that. But before we get into it, I want to actually just talk about Zoro and Sanji specifically, because I know a lot of people have been asking, when can we fully max this character out? Now, we are not far away, so I've currently already spent a few tickets in the exchange. I already have 2 of the materials, so I need 3 more for this specific Kizuna. But that means that the next Kizuna that has these limit break materials will fully complete Zoro and Sanji, which I'm really looking forward to, because this character, we've had him for a while, we've gone through a lot, and he's very close to getting fully maxed out. So of course, when you do get him fully maxed out, he's going to go down to a 14 turn cooldown. What is his last limit break ability? Isn't it Allbind? Oh no, it's Pinch Healing. It's Pinch Healing. So Pinch Healing will be his last ability that you'll get access to. Of course, you get so many copies of this unit during the Kizuna that, rainbowing him out will be very very And I know some people who only started recently, or, hadn't played Kizuna previously, don't have this character as much completed as I do, but definitely get this thing started, and, start as soon as you possibly can, because in future Kizunas, the limit break materials will be accessible, so make sure to keep working on it every time it's available. And Kizuna is just a really good opportunity to farm up a lot of materials, such as tablets, to rainbow out other legends. You can get some rainbow gems along the way, you can get some 4-star or better rare recruit tickets, lots of cotton candy. This is one of the best game modes, especially if you are an endgame player, to go ahead and pick up lots of really nice items. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the Kizuna Clash for the 5th anniversary of One Piece Treasure Cruise. So first of all is the Strength boss. That is the first boss that you will encounter in this Kizuna mode on round 4 of Zoro and Sanji. So on the first stage, you'll get 15 turns of cooldown to your fighters, free spirit, and powerhouse characters. So obviously, you want to be building a team of those types of characters. Now, ideally, what you want to be doing for the Strength variation is have Carrot somewhere on your team. Legend Carrot, I mean. You can go ahead and bring someone like Vivi and Rebecca, but Legend Carrot makes it a lot easier, considering she has type advantage, obviously, against the Strength boss. And the reason for that is because on the final stage, there is a pretty annoying defensive buff that only those 2 characters can get around. On stage 2, though, you'll encounter Waratsume, who has around 700,000 HP, and his preemptive will just buff the enemy attack, and on turn 3, if you don't kill him, he will go ahead and special rewind all your characters by 5 turns, and if you go ahead and kill him, he'll go ahead and rewind your character specials anyways by 2 turns. So this is, again, why you should bring Legend Carrot somewhere on your team, ideally as a sub, to be honest, because as a sub, you can actually use her special to not only reduce the cooldowns of your characters, but to make her become captain and then allow you to bypass the defensive effect on stage 3. Speaking of stage 3 though, against Zoro and Sanji, they start off at 7.5 million HP, and their preemptive will make it so that you can't delay them, and you can't reduce their defense for 98 turns. So this is why I've got Colosseum Magellan on this team. Unfortunately, he can't reach his final stage of his special, but still a really good unit to have, as he does give you a free 1.5 times poison conditional boost, which is good. And the main reason, as I said, why you'd want to bring Vivi and Rebecca or Carrot is because of the 20 turns of damage reduction. So Carrot is just great because as a captain, she's able to bypass that. Also, your health will be cut in half upon entering the final room as well. And if you don't kill him after the first turn, you'll get despaired for 4 turns, and you're not allowed to use any color affinity on this stage, because if you do, he will just remove your color affinity, which is why I have the Raid Zoro attached to the V2 Big Mom here to give our slasher characters a color affinity boost, which Luffy and Law, when they combine, and Legend Carrot are all slasher characters, which gives them just an extra bit of boost that helps you get more damage output against Zoro and Sanji. But I'll leave you guys with that, and we'll discuss the next variation once we get to that. The next boss is a quick variation. This time you should be aiming to build a team predominantly of strength, dex, and psi characters, as those are the characters that will get their cooldowns reduced upon entering the preemptive of stage 1. The team that I have here is again another Luffy and Law team. Luffy Law is really good for this Kizuna because he is boosted. He's on the boosted list, so he gets like double stats or 2.5 times stats. I don't know the exact number, but he just does a lot more extra damage. Another character that's boosted on this team is the Dex Legend Sabo. He is also boosted, and he's great because he can provide us a 3 times chain lock, which is obviously really nice to have. So as I said, you want to be building a team predominantly of strength, dex, and psi. Another character that you could potentially bring here would be Legend Jinbei. I mean, and when I say Jinbei, I mean V2 Dex Jinbei, because he is actually really good for this Kizuna. He is boosted, and you guys will see why, as with this second stage against Zeo, he has about 700,000 HP, and he preemptively will blind you for 3 turns, and also make your perfects more difficult to hit for 3 turns. I suggest go ahead and install 1 turn before you kill him, because if you don't, you're going to have the blindness and the difficult perfects when you enter stage 3. So ideally what you want to be doing is have the VV support, and I ended up actually putting the Sora support, Sanji's mum support, on the dual unit Zoro and Sanji, because when you have the VV support and the Sora support, they actually heal you for a 5,000 combined HP when you move into the next room, and it ends up being 6,000 with auto heal. So you'll be at full HP to allow you to get the full HP to get the 2.75 attack boost with Zoro and Sanji. Now when you kill Zeo, your orbs will be into this configuration here, as you see. So you get 1 of every colored orb, and you also get a recovery orb, which is why V2 Jinbei is really good, because when you have that orb configuration, he provides a 2.25 times attack boost. But with this team configuration that we have, we are actually able to go ahead and get a full board of matching orbs, except for Smoothie, which is fine. That doesn't really matter anyway. But we're able to get all these boosts. We get a 2.75 attack boost, 2.5 orb boost, a 2 times color affinity, and a 3 times chain lock. All of that is just way more than enough damage to deal with Zoro and Sanji on this fight. But Zoro and Sanji, they don't actually do much here. You can see that they actually will go ahead and they have an orb barrier if you actually don't do anything on this stage. So you want to try and kill them in that first turn. Otherwise, that strength slot barrier might be a little bit of an issue to deal with. Also, don't go ahead and recover any of your HP or change any of your slots here, because if you change your slots, he will give you a full board of block orbs, but you can go ahead and bring someone like Legend Shirahoshi to guarantee the full board of orbs being rainbow orbs. So that's a really nice situation that you could be in there. So there we go. That's the quick variation of Zoro and Sanji. So let's move on to the next variation. So the last variation is against the Psi boss. Now, I think this is going to be the one that is going to require the zombie team first, because this team just doesn't have enough damage output compared to the other ones. But we are using Capone as the captain, and the main reason for that is because if you use an attack boost on the final boss stage, you'll get characters blown away. So the fact that Capone provides the Big Father effect, he completely avoids that, which is really nice. And Capone is also on the boosted list for this Kizuna as well. So stage 1, you'll get slashers, shooters, and driven characters with reduced cooldown, so ideally build a team around those characters. Stage 2 is against Dosun, who will have 700,000 HP, and his preemptive for 5 turns, strength, dex, and quick orbs will be counted as badly matching for your team. Now, I can't think off the top of my head if there is any characters that remove that type of effect for shooter characters. I can't even remember, honestly. There probably is, but even if you do find a character that can remove that, it's hard to like try and take out a unit on this team, because this team has a lot of shooter damage. Like, you've got 2 times color affinity with Lucci. You could probably put him as a support. You know, it really depends on the situation, but you could probably like take out Lucci, put him as a support instead, and then fill in someone else to potentially remove those non-beneficial slots. But either way, we're going to move on to the final boss stage against Zoro and Sanji. Obviously, they are a Psy unit. They have a 98 turn delay immunity and all poison immunity. So this is where the treasure map Boa Hancock is going to be really good, because you can go ahead and get the conditional boost from her special, as well as removing the 1-turn resilience that gets inflicted to Zoro and Sanji as well. So treasure map Boa Hancock, I wouldn't say she's like totally required, but she's really, really good for this treasure map boss. And after the first turn, your HP will be cut in half. And as I said, if you do use an attack boost, you're going to get a random character blown away, which is not ideal in Kizuna mode. But there we go, that's the full breakdown of all of the brand new bosses for the upcoming Kizuna mode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.